Alright. I haven't flown in like 3 weeks. I just repaired some damage on my wing, and I've been working on my car. Which is freaking awesome. But yeah, I did a couple of little repairs on my paramotor. I replaced my engine mounts, and I fixed this vent tube, which was too deep, where the gasoline would actually go up it and stuff. So I'm gonna take a little flight out of my home site, which I don't regularly do because it's kind of sketchy, but the winds are very mellow and it's pretty close to sunset, so I'm gonna do it. So fun story, it's actually either has already been or coming up on 1 year from my first flight, which I took at this very little site. And my neighbors that were watching me that day were out doing work on the community, and there was a group of other people that were decided to watch, so that's kind of cool. I always like it when, there's spectators, even though it's kind of nerve-wracking, so long as I don't eat it. So this hill I'm flying towards is actually my home paragliding site. If you haven't watched my other videos, I can literally hike out of my house and do about 600 vertical feet or something like that, and be at the top of this ridge and then fly from it and then land in my field and hike back to my house. And even though it's incredibly sketchy and there's trees at the takeoff, I'm very, very grateful to have this in my backyard. And it's very likely that in the next couple of years I'm going to be selling my house and moving to a different location, so it's going to be a bummer not having this around. I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was a little sputter. It happened 3 times, maybe 4 times total, where it misses one cycle and does a little misfire or something. It's kind of weird. I am running pretty rich just to keep the motor nice and cool and safe. It doesn't seem to foul anything up, so it's not a 2-stroke with a whole bunch of oil and stuff. So I'm happy with it. But it's kind of weird. I don't think I've noticed it do that before, so I'll keep an eye on that. But there's no loss in power or anything like that. It just like skips a beat. Kind of strange. If anybody has any ideas, please post in the comments below. I totally forgot to update about the reduction. You know, I've been keeping the chain pretty loose. It's not over tightening and it's not overheating. So it's been working. You know, I give it a little bit of lube before I go flying every time. And unlike my other black chain, I see zero signs of any sort of heat or anything like that. It's a little dirty, obviously, but what are you gonna do? So if you haven't heard about the chain drive yet, these are all, well, the clutch, the chain, the main sprocket are all off-the-shelf parts, and they're all incredibly cheap. So the only thing, I mean, I've machined belt reductions and everything for this thing, but the only thing in this one I had to machine was a hub, and obviously the back plate, but that can be done many different ways. So yeah, flying my homemade paramotor in my neighborhood and waving to my neighbors. That's right.